floor of the Grand Duchess and her ladies. We have here got a lot of rooms, and I will show you nice rooms, very nice rooms, pictures, and mobiliar. The walls of this nice room are made of stupulus stone. Stupulus stone is a special thing looking like marble, but it's only the powder of marble in water with other materials, and so one could make a nice wall. In this room is called Legends Room. Under the ceiling we see pictures of old legends of Europe or Germany. Tristan and Isolde, Poor Henry, and so on. Gudrun, Saga, Gudrun. Yes, and the columns in this room were installed in 19th century by the uncle of the Grand Duke was the German king, and when the king came, it must be, it had to look not nicer than it is, with columns in front of the door. Yes, please. Look up. It's called Blücher Room, Blücherzimmer. Blücher was a well-known general, German general. He defeated Napoleon and him helped English General Wellington. Blücher and Wellington together made Napoleon down. Yes? This room is looking a little bit military with the soldiers in front of the doors. It is a reminiscence to old Greek and Roman palaces. In front of the palaces always stood a pair of soldiers to be contra bad people. Yes? Yes. Please look, this table only 2 times exists in the world, made in Hamburg. Very nice, inlaid work you can see here. The little round room over there has been a wardroom for one of the Grand Duchess. One Grand Duchess came from Mecklenburg, Anastasia, and she said, I will have in this room my wardrobe, and in the middle I must have a fountain for to refresh everything. She said, and then was in the middle installed a fountain. But over years, many years, we don't know, after the Second World War, we don't know where is this fountain. Yes? And in the Second World War, here lived refugees, and people of other lands, and with children and young people was a lot of destroyed. Yes, you can see until together. We went up the big staircase in Rosa Road, red a little bit. But it is not the original staircase. It has been black marble. But a fire in 1913 destroyed 2 parts of the castle. And the staircase we went up has been in black marble with a golden, what's this going around? Handlauf? Handbrake, yes. And all fall down, and then they hadn't.
Golden spoon. This is literally a golden spoon.
You can imagine how it must have been in that old time. In the middle, a big table with very nice food on it. Meat, lobster, fish, wine, and red and white wine, and the dishes, silver, gold, crystal, and it must have very, very nice. But when the family abdicated, they took with them the big table, yes? And we had to refurnish the rooms in that style, how it has been. Please have a look at the 2 vases. Big vases were gifts from the Russian Tsar Nikolai. This family, all over centuries, had a very nice relation with the Russian Tsar. Why? The oldest of all our dukes and grand dukes has been a Slavic prince with the name Niklot. And from this Niklot came all the dukes and grand dukes of Schwerin, and the relations to the Russian court were very close. This mobiliar in the middle is called 2 by 2 or 2 à 2. Sitting he and she, young people, gazing in the eyes each other, and nobody could hear what they sitting, so they could whisper in the ear.
That's nice.
And very interesting, but the idea for this piece had not been in Germany, but in France. We say in Europe, in France, love is a special thing. And so they had many interesting things for repower and repower the love. Please look at the floor, it's nice, making of mahogany and what's oak and other nice arts of wood. Now we will have a look into a
Can
room.
I have 1 minute?
Backside.
Can I have 1 minute? I wanted to point out the vases again.
Please.
Can I?
Yes, yes.
So I want to ask you a question. So how come they did not break on this long journey from Russia to Germany? So I can't ask how did they have to be transported, because you would respond carefully. So that is not the answer that I'm expecting. And so why did they not break? How could they be transported so successfully? Was the question. Yeah, but nevertheless, I think they
Craded and
better. They wrapped it up.
wrapped and craded. In metal?
In what?
In metal
In
boxes?
metal? No, this is porcelain.
Somewhat
So-
had to be in it.
Yeah, around it.
Around
And that was.
Do we want to give it
in the
a minute?
Yeah, in the inside as well. Butter. So we put them into big barrels, and then we put butter around them and in them, and when the butter got stiff, they could not move, and so they could not break. So next time when you pack your Christmas parcels, butter is the recipe, you know.
Yeah.
It has been warmer in winter time. The other side where the cold east and north wind over the lake it was coming to the castle, it was very cold in winter time. And here it was much warmer. And here we have a nice oven. And in the last day of the old year, the ducal family gathered here and they made lead on the fire hot, and giving into cold water, it has been like an explosion. And everybody sitting around could take a piece of it and predict his future for the next year. And when I found such a piece, my grandmother said to me, "Show me, what is it?" I said, I can't tell you. Here it's looking like a little bit hair. Here also, what is it? And here and my grandmother said, that means in next year you will have relations with a young man with a beard. Yeah. And so it came. And we married, and 30 years after he went to go with another one.
Wow.
This room is called Red Reception. When somebody wanted to speak with the Grand Duchess, he had to come in, his clothes and his hat, take the people around Grand Duchess. You have had to look into the mirror. It's all good with my hands and my clothing, and then I come under the eyes of her. This room is made for that. Look at the nice gilded, what's Leisten?
Grapes. So
Grapes,
use your
grapes, yes. What do you think? What is the material of it?
Gold leaf? Gold leaf? No. Go ahead,
Paper mache only.
Wow.
But paper mache has been very valuable in the 18th and 19th century. It was not so heavy like metal, and you could bring it in every color. In this room, excuse me,
Sure.
in this room you can see the portraits of people, not the great people of the court, but people who worked for the court. He is the architect George Adolf Demmler. He went through Europe until France, and there he found the nice castle Chambord on the River Loire, and he designed it, and then he said to the Grand Duke, we must have a castle in that form. We have around the lake, we have a nice park around, and such a castle we must have. And so the Grand Duke said, yes, you can build it up. It's the wife of Demmler, his name. This Mr. Prosch, he had to look for the valuable things of the Grand Duke here, and so he collected it in one big room all. He was a composer. He lived in the middle of Schwerin at the little lake Fairytale. He was the piano teacher of the children of the Grand Duke, and he wrote down fällt in den Graben, fressen in die Raben, fällt in die Hecken, fressen in die Schnecken, fällt in das grüne Gras, macht sich die Höschen aus, fällt in den Sumpf, macht reiter Blues. But not to the only with the hands, yes?
only symbolically, yeah.
And babies are crying. It's funny for them, very funny, yes? Once more, Grandma, once more, once more. 18th century, this room, winter room, and the tea room have been one big room. One big room in the bishop's house. This old house is a bishop's house. In winter time, the Grand Duchess with her ladies, they came here together. It was warm here. In that edge has been an oven. In the next room, the chimney, and it has been very nice here. They played cards or some other things. They spoke about nice times, summertime or so. And some days the children could come and see her mama, and they sat around this nice table. Please have a look at this picture. It's showing Venus, the goddess Venus, and the little Amor. She is showing him how to shoot the arrows of love. They must reach your heart, all hearts. And then the love is in yes. And the little doves are bringing the arrows back when they didn't reach
Heart.
their Ziel.
their target.
Practice.
We have a look at that picture. It's showing the Russian Queen Louisa living in the time of Napoleon. All the time I say, bad woman. She has born 11 children and died in age of 34 years.
So
Every year a baby, every year. So now we have all seen on the first floor here. Die Laterne leuchtet hell, überall ist zur Stelle. Und wenn nachts die Menschen ruhen, dann hat ganz viel zu tun. Mit einem großen Schlüsselbunde macht durch das Schloss die Runde. Are starting in this court. Now it is all over. But have a look at the golden cupola. On top is Archangel Michael, and from him came the name of Mecklenburg. 1,000 years ago, here lived Slavic people, and it has been one forest of German Christianity. And it was Michaelsburg, but the Slavic people couldn't say they said only Mecklenburg. From Mecklenburg, Mecklenburg, Mecklenburg. And therefore the Grand Duke said, we must have Michael on the top of our castle and nothing bad will happen here. World War, we don't know where all the books have gone. Here has been the armies of American, English troops and Russian troops. And then we don't know where is the library nowadays. Please have a look in the staircase. We have the material, this green material coming from Russia, from Ural, big Gebirge, rocks, big rocks of Ural, and it is malachite. Malachite together with gold is nice looking. Such presents came every year from the Russian court to this beautiful museum. Now I will look around. On top of the staircases we have got Goethe and Schiller, our well-known poets. In the middle is the god of art, the god of the art, Apollo, yes, and the music. and Austrian. Thank you. And Austrian. But with all bad things I say, you can understand.
Yeah, of course.
I see you are amusing a little bit. I'm pacifist, and therefore I nothing say about weapons.
This is the sword of Napoleon.
You can spend the time there.
Billiard room. But you can't look at a billiard table, a big table the family took with them. Here we have some things, not of gold, not of silver, but made of iron. When in families somebody died, then the ladies took iron, like
Earrings and necklaces.
this room is decorated under the ceiling with a relief iron was made red when it was red of heat. Then they closed the door and the heat came into this room. Yes, this nice room, very nice decorated. And the last, what we made some months ago, is that we had found under the roof of our castle rests of shabrake, when the shawl on the side of the window, and this is shabrake. We found it and it was not in order. We had to reproduce it. It has been very, very expensive. Please come into the end. First to the last duke, all we are here assembled. The first in the 14th century was made a duke by the Kaiser Karl. Kaiser Karl living that time at Österreich, yes. Albrecht the first has been. His son also with the name Albrecht has been for 30 years the king of Sweden. And they had been 3 brothers, and therefore in the sign of Sweden are 3 crowns on the left side above. These two dukes are Gründer, was heißt das?
Founders.
Yes, ich weiß es, aber es fällt mir nicht so schnell ein. Are the founders of the University of Rostock. Rostock on the Baltic Sea had the first university all over the north of Germany. It has been in 1419, very, very old, more than 600 years. And here we can read all the time. The title ducal came over here with Albrecht the First. And there are the grand dukes on the side. This couple, Anna-Sophie of Prussia and Johann Albrecht of Mecklenburg, they lived in the 16th century, and in that time was built the first Lutheran church in complex of our castle. And these two had had a very nice relation to Luther, Evangelisch Church, Luther and Melanchthon. And therefore they installed in Germany this new the new direction of religion. Very nice floor. A long history of the family. Dating back to the 12th century, with the first Nicholas. The hotel, yes, for very rich people. They pay for one night stay under the
Wow.
And so, please follow me. I will show you to the end of our tour. One painter has made here in this format. The old Prince Niklot fall into Hinterhalt. Ist betrogen worden. Fiel in den Hinterhalt. Wie sagt man das auf Englisch? I don't know. He thought that people are around his castle and he had to prepare when the war against Henry IX is coming. He wanted to buy something. They were looking like people, they have to bring something. But then they took off their coats and they were soldiers of Henry IX. And Niklot, the old prince, was slain and his son couldn't help him. It has been too late. He went ago with his brothers, and then Henry IX he needed these princes. Why? They could speak German. Other people of Mecklenburg not. And he couldn't speak this Slavic language. And therefore, Henry IX said, the sons of Niklot can come to me, I will make them like nice people, and giving him a little castle and a little castle. And so from the 13th century until the new time, all people came out of the family of Niklot, the old Slavic prince, Niklot.
nail nào dài nhất mà bạn không cần thiết ấy.
Cái nào tóc cũng thấy cần cái nào tóc cũng thấy cần thiết, cái nào tóc cũng thấy đẹp hết. Cái nào cũng xấu và xấu mà. Gửi đây.
Đây đi, lại bị cái thú lại.
And next time when you come, there is this test on Aschenputtel. And the pigeons play a role inside. The pigeons also played a role with Amur. So when he did not hit with his arrows, his love arrows, then the doves, the pigeons, brought the arrow back. So also in Aschenputtel, in the German one, they play a big role, and that's why I also have chosen special little clips for you. So I think they are, I mean, we can imagine they are pigeons, okay? And they also should remind you of the fact that the ending, I mean, many parents nowadays don't read the fairy tales of the Grimm brothers to their children anymore because they contain a certain kind of brutality. So I hand the original version out anyway because you are grown-ups. I think you will survive that. But maybe you can think of a better ending, so the last paragraph can be changed by you. Okay, yesterday I thought about, shall I delete it? But then I thought, no, I'm not authorized to do that. So I'm not authorized to do that. So I should give it to you in the original version. I will.
Thank you.
Your tour guide today?
Yeah. And come back to Schwerin one day, and also to Rostock. Don't miss it. You will meet me there. It's not that big. All the best to you for your future as well. Thank you to you, and thank you to the bus driver. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I would like to stay.
Oh, this is like perfect. Apparently they almost told me.
I also recommend you guys, if you have time and energy, please do visit Hamburg city as well. There is a lot much to explore itself in Hamburg. As I told you, this one of the biggest city, and also after Düsseldorf, it is the second richest city of Germany as well. There are too much places, especially the Philharmonic building. We cannot see from here, but it's on our right hand side. So if you guys have time, if not tomorrow, because today maybe you will find most of the places closed, but especially tomorrow you can visit the city as well. And yeah, so have a nice evening. Now I have to say goodbye to you, and I hope you enjoyed with us, and I am glad that I took all of you safely and bring you back safely. And yeah, and I also wish to see you guys next time, maybe in Hamburg or in some other city of Germany. So yeah, best of luck till next time, and have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Not here. Straight. On that first floor.